What is up, my Hamiltonians and Interwebby type people alike? My name is Joshua Hamilton. This is Hamiltime, a channel where I filibuster my way through newsy type stuff and things. Then I condense them down and you add water and then drink from the carafe of knowledge. Now, due to the fact that the biggest story on Huffington Post right now is that Miley Cyrus dyed her eyebrows, and I now can't tell the difference between her and Macklemore, I came into the thrift shop. I decided that I'm going to yet again start another segment on here and call it Top 5 Friday, where I research a topic so that you don't have to, and then I give you the 5 best possible options for said topic. Now, since SEMA was a thing that happened recently, and lately YouTube has been flooded by videos of the LA Auto Show, showcasing cars that most of us can't afford, I decided to make a list of the top 5 vehicles you can buy for under 5 grand. Kicking off the list, I decided to go with the 2003 Audi A4. Kelley Blue Book has it listed at $4,798. I chose this car because in my opinion it is the best entry-level luxury car that you can get for the money. To get a BMW or a Mercedes with the same amenities, it's gonna cost you a lot more. Now, the 1.8 liter is the smallest motor in Audi's line, but it is by no means a dog. With 170 horsepower and 166 foot-pounds of torque, it'll definitely stop you from getting run over. 0 to 60 comes in about 7.8 seconds, and if you were to keep your foot out of it, you're gonna get about 30 miles per gallon highway. This car is fun to drive, economical, and has comfort and class for its passengers, and that is why it made the cut. Number 2. Next up, we have the 2004 Ford Explorer XLS. Kelley Blue Book has it listed at $4,994. Now, I know the Ford Explorer is like the IHOP of cars, meaning that it's a bland choice. But for the price, age, and modern amenities, it's a steal. The Ford Explorer has used the 4-liter since way back at its birth in 1990, but with adding horsepower for this generation, it took it from 160 to 205 horsepower, along with 242 foot-pounds of torque, which is beautifully mediocre. I mean, this SUV is not the best at anything, but it's also definitely not the worst at anything. And it's that old reliable mentality mixed with the fact that it's only a 9-year-old vehicle offering a lot of newer amenities that got it on the list. Next up, we have the 1998 Camaro Z28. Now, Kelley Blue Book listed it at $5,035, so it technically shouldn't be on the list, but I trust that you can talk down a dealership $35. That's like 3 Starbucks coffees and a couple Big Macs. So just eat healthy for a week. Plus, I'm a little biased because I currently own his quirky cousin. But after doing some research, this is the fastest car that you can get for the money. With 305 horsepower, this thing will go 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds, which is the closest you will get to that prestigious 4-second mark without spinning an arm and a leg. Now, there were years to this generation prior, but the reason why I chose the 98 was it was the first year without the sunken-in headlights. Thank you, Lord baby Jesus. This thing is clunky, it's bulky, it's heavy, it's loud, and that is exactly why you should have it. Number 4 on the list goes to the 2004 Honda Civic DX. Like the Ford Explorer, it made the list because its mediocre performance is overshined by its old reliable charm. At $4,780, it is the least expensive vehicle on the list. Granted, its 1.7 liter 4-cylinder gives you a whopping 115 horsepower, but it's the fact that it gives you almost 40 miles per gallon and it'll get you a 500,000 miles on the motor. Plus, if it's your thing, Hondas are known for their vast amount of aftermarket parts and the fact that they snap together like Legos. So if tuning is your thing, which it's not mine, but if it's yours, this is probably the best clean slate option you can get for the money. Finally, at number 5, I felt obligated to throw a pickup in the mix since I already threw in an SUV, so I gave this spot to the 04 Dodge 1500. Now, the 4.7 liter V8 with the regular cab is going to cost you $5,026, so you're going to have to talk them down the price of a new cell phone case. Or if you really want to abide by the rules of the list, you can always get the 3.7 liter V6 and then just not tell your friends about it, because that one Blue Book's at around $4,400. This is the 3rd generation Ram pickup, which I would say is when Dodge finally started to get the memo to modernize their vehicles. I mean, they actually started making vehicles that don't look like they belong to your Uncle Cletus, who lives down in Bama and uses the antlers on his prized buck to shotgun cans of PBR. As far as looks go, inside and out, this is probably the most modern pickup you can get for the money, because the comparative value for Ford or Chevy is still that old square style, which has this Dodge beating them for comfort, luxury, and sex appeal for the value. Okay guys, that is it for this one. Subscribe to the channel. When you get done with that, head on down to the comments, tell me if you agree with me, disagree, troll this, and tell me I'm stupid and what vehicles I left out or what stats I'm wrong on. Love you guys. Deuces, kitties.